my...
those 20 people?
No, who put you...
Yeah.
I wish we should have a camera during commercial breaks, so that's when the real stuff gets said. You know her from her Emmy-winning role on Desperate Housewives. Now Felicity Huffman is helping the desperate guys out there. A new book, it's called The Practical Handbook for the Boyfriend. Trust me, it is laugh out loud funny. A how-to guide, and it's in stores right now. Felicity joins us this morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Oh my goodness, this is really laugh out loud. No, I mean, come on, you have an Emmy, you have a Golden Globe. Why did you want to write this book?
Well, my friend Patricia Wolff, who I wrote it with, we started it actually a good 6 years ago when I'd had my first kid and she was out of work, and we both realized our lives were over and we'd never work again. So we are part of a theater company, the Atlantic Theater Company, right here in New York City, and they wrote a book called Practical Handbook for the Actor. And over a 20-year conversation with Patty and ever-widening circles of girlfriends, we thought there ought to be one for the boyfriend, because there's so many things that they go, huh? And then we go, why can't you figure out? And women can be baffling and confusing and contradictory. So we sort of wanted to give them a decoder ring to, figure us out. Oh, some guy over there laughed.
Oh, yeah, decoder ring. What does that mean? Looks to the wife. What does she mean by that, honey? You're happily married, William H. Macy. Did you go to him as a resource at all?
Well, we used our experience. I have to say, every story in this book has either come from someone. We never made any of them up. They're all true to life. And certainly Bill would come down to the office and we'd grab any guy we can get a hold of and sit down and go, okay, what's confusing? What don't you understand? What drives you crazy? What do you love? What do you wish we'd do?
Because there's sometimes, and I know we can be a little guilty of this, we say one thing, we mean another. So we went out to the streets of Manhattan.
Oh, you did?
And we asked men a few questions and seeing what they think that the woman means when they say this. The first one that we asked them was, what's the first question we asked them? Do you find my friend Carol attractive? This is what they said.
I would say she probably wants to know if I would try to hook up with her.
Am I eyeballing her too much?
I think she really means that I should never look at her friend again.
That is a little cute. So what does a woman mean when she says that?
They got it pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes a woman actually does mean that, but sometimes we do mean the exact opposite, and it's usually some form of, do you find Carol attractive? And the real thing they're saying is, but I'm prettier, right?
I've heard you in your character, Lynette, with your husband do that a few times and leading questions like that.
Yeah, it usually means a little more than, do you find Carol attractive?
That's right.
Yeah, so just be aware.
Aware. That's always a good case. Okay, another question that we went out in the streets and we asked men and seeing what they think women mean by that. You're working too hard. What does a woman mean when she says you're working too hard?
My wife says I'm working too hard. I think I must look pretty tired.
If she told me I was working too hard, I probably am working too hard.
I don't know. I don't know what I'd make of that, really.
He's given up. He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but did you see the look of fear on him? I don't know. I don't know. It's a trick question. I don't know. Well, we said, when she says you're working too hard, you have to preface it with a honey. When she says, honey, you're working too hard, she usually means you're not spending enough time with me or I'm feeling neglected. Of course, sometimes she means you're tired and you have been working too hard, but a lot of it is self-referenced. It's that kind of, it's girl speak. We call it girl speak. We also have girl math in here, which is really interesting. But she usually means you're not spending enough time with me.
That's pretty basic. And there's something else that I read, where it's on one of your chapters. What is it? Let's cut to the chase. Your girlfriend is going to want you to call her a lot. And once she's got you on the phone, she's going to want to talk a lot. For 20 minutes. There may be an eternity for you, but for your girlfriend, it's a warm-up. Training since she was 12. She has built up the endurance of a marathon runner. See, we're just different. We're just built different in some ways.
Girls like to chat. They like to chat everywhere, in the car, in front of the TV, at the grocery store, at the market. But yes, and the only time I have to say you can get a boyfriend to really give you those long, satisfying conversations on the phone is before he's your boyfriend.
Oh, see? the tricks. That was in there as well. Felicity, you know it all. You see all, know all.
I have to say, I just want to say, we're not experts. It came out of a 20-year conversation with Patty and I, and any group of girlfriends here and anywhere in America could write this book and put their own 10, 15 chapters in there.
I can totally relate. It is so funny. Felicity, thank you. Continue success with Desperate Housewives.
Thanks so
much. Love when you guys stop by here.
Me too.
And to read an excerpt of the book, go to our website at abcnews.com. We'll be right back. It's funny.